What do you mean I'm fired? I yelled out in shock. My manager just said, "You heard me." My mouth clacked together as I ground my teeth. I've been nothing but good at my job since I started here. That doesn't change the order that came across my desk that said, "You're fired, Jake." My manager said disdainfully to me. The worst part was how he wouldn't meet my eyes. Something had to be up something. Had to be wrong. "Are you sure you were firing the right person?" I asked through clenched teeth. Jake. At seat 5 row A, one cubicle first to the left. My manager rattled off. It was my cubicle, my name, with the directions to it. "Then quit the joke already, man," I say, trying to ease the tension. "That had to be a mistake, no joke," my manager said. "Now pack your dang things already. I am supposed to escort you off the premises." They're staring at the man with an angry look. "I'm not supposed to be fired," I reiterate. The manager straightened his spine and glared at me. "You want to make this hard, Jake?" I felt my hand clench into a punch and my wrist twitch violently. I swallowed hard and withheld the anger as I swept my belongings that the manager held to me. I could see the manager was getting some kind of sick pleasure at seeing this. Why? I never crossed anyone in the firm that I knew about ladies. First, the manager waved his hand for me to go first. The box clattered harshly in my fist. My jaw jutted out and I walked through the door. Coworkers' heads stuck out as I passed them. The looks of shock, surprise, and horror were spread across most of the faces. The others just were blank, but shaking their heads in disapproval. "Let this be a warning to the rest of you," the manager belted out as the elevator doors closed. I accidentally shifted my weight and stomped on the manager's foot. "He!" yelled out as a ghost of a smirk crossed my face. The elevator doors opened, and we were in the lobby. The manager grabbed my elbow roughly before I yanked myself out of his hold with his momentum. After I twisted around the two men, I knew what was going to happen. The manager crashed into the one on the phone. I rushed to his side and kept him standing as I kept the phone in his hand and the hot coffee away from him. Then, a split second, grabbed the wrist of the other coworker and yanked his feet back under him. The manager lay behind us. "I do apologize for the inconvenience," I say with charm. "But this man is firing me, guess. I'm a special case with how he handles the ones fired." I say it easily, y'all. "True," I thought, with a slight glare at the manager behind us. The man with the phone looked at me and my mouth dropped. "Max? Hell, but I didn't know you were the new buy-in," I said with an easy grin. Max just shook his head. Still a brilliant pain in the butt genius of chaos. I fan myself. "I don't swing that way, but thank you." Max elbows me hard. "What do you two know each other, though?" Manager questioned, looking between both of us. Max straightened his tie as I instinctually grabbed his phone and coffee in one hand. When Max was a kid, he had trouble with his hands trembling. It wasn't until I saw his father arrested that I realized it had been fear tremors. "You're the one that is firing my best busy bee in the cubicle," Max said, staring down his nose. The same move I taught him how to treat bullies. I couldn't help the grin that spread across my face when I ran back into my childhood friend. I moved a half a step to his side because that cold tone meant trouble brewing. It seemed the other man knew that as well. I was given, then noticed to fire him. The manager stuttered out, making it seem more like a question than any real answer. Max glanced at him before dismissing him. "You're fired," Max said indifferently down at the manager before looking at me and saying, "Position open for manager in a cubicle or my personal assistants?" Max asked with a grin. My lips curled into a grin as the manager lost all color in his face. What the manager yelled out in anger immediately. Security surrounded him and escorted him out of the building, yelling and screaming how unfair it was. "Personal assistant," I say, watching the manager literally be tossed out of the building. "Also, we need to find out ASAP if we need to fire someone or we just fire the correct person." Speaker changed, I say, and Max just shakes his head. "Just like old times." "Yeah, just like old times, but